All right, thanks for joining us here at 6 on Fox 9 and Fox Local. I'm Randy Meyer.
And I'm Kelsey Carlson. We begin tonight with a visit from Vice President JD Vance and his wife coming to Annunciation Church and School. He was at the memorial for about a minute before having some meetings and also going to a local hospital to visit victims. But the VP's visit brought some outcry as well from protesters nearby, including some parents of children who were in the church when the bullets came through the stained glass windows.
For more on that, we bring in Fox 9's Corin Hoggard live at Annunciation for us this evening. Corin, one mother had a pretty powerful message today.
Yeah, Randy and Kelsey, she was right across the street when the vice president arrived. He was here for about 90 minutes in private meetings, and it sounds like he got a lot out of it, including a tour of the chapel from Jesse Merkel. That's Fletcher Merkel's dad, and this was the first time he'd been back in the chapel since his son and Harper Moisky were killed. President JD Vance and the Second Lady walked up to Annunciation Church just after noon Wednesday, delivering flowers to the public memorial and pausing to pay their respects. Inside the church, the vice president met with parents of the victims, their principal, and their priest, and he left with a message of remembrance.
I wish that we talked a lot more about Harper, who was a beautiful young girl. She had a beautiful smile, the kind of smile that would turn a bad day into a good one. I also wish we talked a little bit more about Fletcher. Fletcher was a very rambunctious and energetic kid, was a beautiful kid, had an incredible head of hair.
Protesters tried to deliver messages about gun control to the vice president at blockades. But if he heard any voices, it was those coming from homes across the street from the church, where the mother of Fletcher Merkel's close friend and classmate worried her concerns fell on deaf ears.
It feels very hopeless because it's just time after time after time, and it feels like nothing is ever done. How are we supposed to send our kids back to school now?
Casey Sharp says her son is physically okay, but he'll never be the same. And she doesn't believe Vice President Vance will help implement the gun control measures she thinks could prevent the next mass shooting targeting kids.
I don't, but I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I'm praying that I'm wrong.
Vance is a converted Catholic, though, and Sharp says she hopes that he heard Pope Leo's message this past weekend at the Vatican. The first American pope ever acknowledged what happened here, and then he said that the whole world needs to pray to end what he called a pandemic of guns, both large and small, that's infected the world. Live in Minneapolis, Corin Hoggard, Fox 9.
Thank you, Corin.